Welcome to From Vision to Legacy, a year-by-year podcast series that explores the remarkable journey of Jinou Trading, one of the UAE's most trusted names in the corporate gifting. I am your host, Ses, and today we will begin at the very start. That's 1998. The year division was born and the first seed of Jinou Trading was planted. So I am here with the founder of Jinou Trading, none other than Sir Adil Siddiqui.
Hello, hi, how are you?
Good. I'm good, sir. A little bit nervous, but all good. How are you, sir?
Okay, good.
So we are here to clear and ask you a question. What motivated a bold new business in an emerging Dubai market, and how did one idea turn into a lasting company? So we're going to go back in time and find out. So let's begin with the most important question. What inspired you to start a corporate gifting business in the first place?
You know, there was no inspiration, to be honest with you, because I think I was working in Dubai back in the day, and this was 1998, and I was really not happy with my job. And I, one fine morning, told my wife that, I'm going to quit. We didn't have a clue of what we are going to do. So that element of uncertainty was so high. So there was no inspiration. It was about survival. Mm-hmm. So when you have that sort of issue, then you just cling on to anything and everything. But when I quit my job, I didn't have a clue. Mm-hmm. I think this is something which came from God, mm-hmm. I would say, because I could not fathom myself to be sitting in front of you and having a podcast right now.
Mm-hmm. So is it because of a market gap? Aside from that, is it directly from a market gap or a passion or something personal?
Nothing. It's just a matter of survival, mm-hmm. I think, which we started. And I had the entrepreneurship skills in me, and I wanted to do something always. It's been my dream, actually, mm-hmm. to do something on my own. And I tried so many things which I failed, but I never give up. Mm-hmm. So I said, all right, fine, let's do something. And this happened because of, once I left my job, there was one guy who called me and said that I'm looking for some t-shirts. And this is how the idea generated, because I never said no to anything. Mm-hmm. And because I had a marketing background, it was easy for me to help him out, not with the intention of starting up a company of promotion gifts.
Was corporate gifting popular in the UAE in that time?
Not at all. It was not really one of the top industries to work in. Mm-hmm. It was just very, very basic, I would say, like keychains, t-shirts, caps, pens, and that sort.
How was the industry different back then?
It was very simple because there was no access to internet, so you didn't have any Alibabas or anything like that, and you just had to source everything locally from here and print and deliver to clients.
So what was the moment that made you say, like, this is it, I'm going to start my own company?
Once I made that good money on the first order, I think that's the time that we decided that, yes, if we can make from one order so much, why to work 30 days?
So from that time, which is in Dubai, in the late 90s was full of opportunity, but also uncertainty. So why did you choose Dubai specifically to launch Jinou?
I used to travel a lot from London to Karachi because my schooling was done in Karachi, but I was born in London. Mm-hmm. There was times Emirates Airline had started their service, and I used to use Emirates Airlines all the time. And they used to give a free stopover both ways. And I started exploring the city, and I quite liked it because it's very clean and neat with lots of glitz and glamour, flashy cars. So I thought this should be a good starting point, mm-hmm. but not with the intent of starting here. So when I just came to Dubai to work for a company.
So what was the business climate like in 1998 for small startups?
It was simple. It was not very complicated, very less paperwork. So we just took our office and took a trade license and started operating.
Were there any local trends, laws, or advantages that help new businesses grow?
No, at that time it was very simple because, Dubai was growing. Just imagine 30 years back, Dubai was quite brand new. They were learning themselves. So we both actually learned Jinou Trading and Dubai. We grew up together and we've learned a lot of things together. So things were very, very simple back in the day.
Why was 1998 the right year to start? Was there a trigger or a turning point?
As I said, I quit my job. I didn't have anything else to do. And once we got our first order, we decided to start a company.
So every company has a starting point. We all know that. And that includes Jinou. So for Jinou, it was all heart and hustle. Where did you actually start the business? Was it from a home office, a garage, or a shared workplace?
We didn't have money.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have money, so we had to start from
It's
home.
actually common for the business who from the owners that just starting their business that they don't have enough fund or money.
We only had money, hardly had money to survive. So it was very difficult because rents were there and food is there and your utilities are there. So we didn't have money to start up anything. Everything started from home. So we had a studio apartment. We started everything from our studio apartment, So it was a very, very, very basic start.
What were the first products Jinou offered?
I think we started with t-shirts, caps, pens, and key rings.
Were they reselling general items, or you are just doing some customization of the products?
Only customization of the product.
That time.
Buying from wholesale, customizing it, and supplying to different corporate customers.
Okay, I see. So how did you source suppliers in those early days?
It was all locally done, Sess. So we used to go to Murshid Bazaar. We used to go to different wholesalers. They had warehouses, and we used to buy from there. And then we had separate printers, and then we used to get printing done from there and supply to our clients.
So I'm curious about, since you already mentioned your clients, and I know some of our audience are also asking this question. Who is your first clients and how did they find Jinou that time?
Barilla Pasta is one company, and I told you before that one of the French guys used to work over there, and that's my first order that I got. And from there only we started to realize that yes, maybe there's an opportunity to start a company in promotional gifts.
What were some early challenges you have faced? Is it about unreliable suppliers, some pricing issue, or client trust?
I think variety was the biggest issue that we had back in the day because we were totally dependent on the supply from the wholesalers in Dubai, and they had limited supply of colors, quantities, variety of different promotional products, and our clients wanted something new and fresh every time.
The first year is really always the hardest, but also the most defying. So was there any specific first win, like an order or client that made you believe that this business might actually work?
Again, I would always repeat that same answer on the French client of mine. When they gave me the first order, the amount was so big that we realized that yes, if we can make so much money in one order, then why not pursue this further in a very professional way rather than working as a freelance.
What were some failures or unexpected problems that became learning moments?
Back in the day, the challenges were of transportation because I didn't have a complete system in the office. We didn't have an office, so we had one car, and we used to drive it for picking up goods. We used to drive it for delivering it to the printers. Then we used to pick it up from there and then drop it to customers. So I think that was one of the biggest challenges to start up because we didn't have the whole system in operation where we had different people doing different jobs. So it's like a one-stop shop, me and my wife, only two of us trying to make both ends meet. And it was really, really challenging.
Okay.
So it was teamwork, and she's been very, very supportive, and that's why the name Jinou is basically her name. So that's how the company came into existence.
So her name is Jinou?
Yeah, her name is Jinou.
Okay.
And she happens to be from China.
What was the biggest thing you've learned about business and about yourself?
I think facing challenges and not giving up is very, very important because every business will have challenges, no matter how much investment you have. And if you don't address them carefully, then there could be serious consequences to it. So I think being careful and working your way in the difficult times and good times is very important for you to be sustainable. And to grow from that difficult times, you will learn much more things than you have in easier times.
Were there any moments like you thought about giving up?
Well, in 1998, it was very challenging. So, I couldn't really think of giving up at that point because it was just starting. So I said, no, it's a make or break for us. I didn't have any other options, so I kept on pursuing in the first year.
So for small beginnings always comes lasting foundation. So what values did Jinou Trading establish in 1998 that still define the company today?
I think the teamwork, the understanding of the team, the roots, the benefits, the understanding, because we are coming from a family background, and I treated every team member of the company as a family member. So they were very, very close to me. They still are, and I think that is still the ethos of that is still being instilled in the company. So we respect our team members equally like they respect us, and we have equality in the office, whether it's a driver or a designer or an admin, whoever it may be. We treat everybody equally because we understand they are human beings.
So how important, we all know that customer service is very important when it comes to business like this. So how important was customer service even from day one?
Super important. This is how we learned. Super important. We have to give the best of the best to the clients, and that's been there ever since we incorporated the company till this date.
You as a business owner, did you already have a long-term vision about it, or you're just simply surviving?
I don't think so. I had a long-term vision. I wanted to grow. I think I had a passion of growing into a business, so I didn't want to leave any stone unturned to become successful. So I used to work, I think we used to work in the morning 8 o'clock, and we used to finish somewhere about 8 or 9 o'clock. We didn't have kids at that time, so we could spend 12 to 15 hours. So I think the number of hours that we put and the passion that we had to grow helped us a lot.
If you could go back in time, what advice you would give to yourself in 1998?
Very difficult to answer that question, Seth, because we were at a crossroads where we did not have any option other than to run this company. So to go back in time, back in 1998, and think what better I would have done, I don't think so I would have done anything better than what I did. Because I look at that result in 2025, where I stand, I think I'm very, very successful and quite happy with myself.
If you're going to give advice to the new business owners, especially here in Dubai, what will it be?
I think for new, inspiring young entrepreneurs, I would say work hard and keep working hard. Don't have high expectations of quick results. I know the younger generation is looking for that, but I think hard work is old school, but always pays off, or at least you're increasing your chances of being successful.
Okay, so there you have it, 1998, the year of belief, boldness, and beginnings. From a single idea came a company built on passion, persistence, and people. In our next episode, again together with Mr. Adil Siddiqui, the owner of Jinou Trading, the year that Jinou built its foundation, hired its first team member, and earned its first milestone clients. So for everyone, don't forget to follow, subscribe, and share this podcast with dreamers and doers like you. Until next time, remember, big things starts with bold beginnings.
Thank you, Seth.
Thank you, sir.